Dzień dobry, ja jestem Roxton i jesteśmy sobie w następnym odcinku GreedFalla. Wykonałem sobie ostatnie zadanie, wróciłem się tam, kupiłem sobie te wszystkie pułapki i wykonałem to zadanie. Okazało się, że był jeszcze jeden obóz, którego ja nie widziałem. I on był tutaj, za wioską. Więc dobra, pierwsze co muszę teraz, znaczy chyba mi się wydaje, że go zaliczyłem, tak? Tak. Mam teraz poinformować rodzinę ofiar i odeprzeć tych misjonarzy. Dobra, więc porozmawiajmy z jednym koleżką.
Have you found my brother?
I found him, but I'm truly sorry your brother is dead.
May the earth welcome him. I felt it. How did it come to pass? He knew every stone on our lands. It couldn't have been an accident.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They would meet in a clearing, and they must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise, and a tendon crossed their path. I found both of them in the cavern of the beast.
How terrible. Why did he go to see the girl in secrecy? They could have... I must recover his body. To give it up to the earth, as is our custom. Where is it?
With the body of the girl he loved in a cavern near the clearing. But it is a dangerous place. Other tendons might still be roaming there, though I did kill quite a few.
I have a duty owed to my little brother. Thank you, Onolmenawi.
Czyli mamy kolejnego ziomeczka.
I must be leaving.
Dobra, i teraz do tamtej, tylko to ona była... A, przejdę tędy, dobra. Odblokowałem sobie też wszystkie obozy i znalazłem tutaj ten obóz. To jest chyba ten obóz szkoleniowy, tylko nie mogę się tam dostać ani z jednej, ani z drugiej strony, więc... To pewnie będzie coś na później. Dobra, ona była tam wyżej. Ogólnie wczoraj trochę się rąbłem i odcinek okazał się trochę później niż powinien, ale dzisiaj powinny być na czas i wszystkie, i obydwa.
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no.
Dzisiaj mam trochę więcej czasu, więc powinienem nagrać oba.
Please do not tell me that she is dead.
I found her body in the lair of the great tendon, not far from the clearing.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts? She knew the danger.
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must have flown by, into the night. I'm so sorry. We found them both dead.
I must bring her body back to carry out the rite.
You should not go alone. I killed as many as I could, but it would be better to be prudent.
I shall follow your counsel, Onolmenawi. 2 deaths are enough. Thank you. Thank you.
I must leave now.
Okej. Poinformowałem rodzinę ofiar, teraz musimy odeprzeć tych. Nie wiem, czy mogę jeszcze porozmawiać z tym, z łowcą.
May the beasts answer your calling, Onolmenawi. You are a brave hunter. The village will at last find peace once again.
No, tylko czyli miałem z nim tak pogadać. Dobra. Teraz trzeba odeprzeć misjonarzy, tylko gdzie to mam... Czyżby nie tu? I do wioski przez Petrusa? Ekspedycyjnych uczonych? Nie, to tutaj chyba, tak? Nie wiem, pójdę do nich zobaczyć w sumie, bo... Matka misjonarka. Dobra, to się udam tam do nich, bo... To chyba powinno być tam, ale nie ma oznaczonego tego. Dalej te... ziomeczki. Właśnie, będę musiał się wrócić po tamtego bossa. Ciężko walczyć, jak jest ich więcej. Dobra, ale technika z Daxos. Uderzenie, unik. I nie trafienie mocniejszym ciosem. Dobra. Wywalił mi ręką. Dobra, jeden leży. Strasznie mają pancerze. Muszę coś sobie załatwić właśnie na przybicie tego pancerza, bo... Mają strasznie właśnie dużo tego pancerza i ciężko się z nimi walczy normalnie. Nawet... A, dobra, jeszcze Sierra tam walczy. No ale Petrus go ma, dobra. Właśnie nawet mój Claymore jest taki mocny, a nie mam póki co rzemiosła na wyższym poziomie, żeby sobie go lepiej ulepszyć. Bo wiedziałem, że mogę aż do 40% sobie podnieść niszczenie pancerza nim. Ale niestety... Nie mam rzemiosła na tym poziomie. I nie wiem, czy warto iść po prostu w to rzemiosło, bo jedno mi podciąga się z tego. Z... chyba rękawic, o ile dobrze pamiętam. Tak, rękawice miałem rzemiosło i ten... I podciąga po jeden punkt. I musiałbym mieć jeszcze jeden punkt, żeby mieć tego. Ulepszyć sobie po prostu na wyższy poziom te. Ulepszanie. Dobra, te są słabe w porównaniu do tamtych. Dobra. Czyli tego nie mogę zablokować. I zobaczyłem, że potwory bardzo często się po prostu respią, więc można sobie nieźle naekspić. Dobra, byłem tu i tu miałem iść, dobra. Tylko tu na drogę wrócić. No tak, nie mogę zeskoczyć ze skał. Okej, zacznij co mi powiedzą.
One more thing.
Yes?
I fought against a great number of tenants. One that was quite spectacular.
Co?
Great white beast. Its mere presence seemed to aggravate the others, attract them and make them aggressive.
A beast sent by the demons, no doubt. But
Stop taking me for a fool. We also found a journal detailing your vicious plan. I have only one piece of advice to give you. Leave, and quickly, or the Mother Cardinal will learn every detail of your manipulations.
we shall be leaving as soon as possible. But let it be known that you are abandoning all of these poor souls to damnation.
Perhaps you should be more concerned about your own soul, sister. People have died by your fault. The nests are destroyed, and with the death of the White Tenon, the attacks should cease. And we were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katasak should be willing
Może
to follow us
zostawili
now.
jakieś
Let's go
łokocie.
find him.
Tu nic, tu nic. O! Nasze się to znacznie dłużej. Dobra, ale to mi się raczej nie przyda, bo to miałem jako ten. To miałem zrobić jako alternatywę, żeby się dowiedzieć, ale niestety nie miałem wigoru, żeby przejść przez tamten pniak. Strasznie dużo tu ubolewam nad brakiem właśnie wigoru i rzemiosła i tych niektórych rzeczy, bo charyzmę mam na drugim poziomie, tak samo intuicję, co mi pomaga właśnie odblokować te dialogi i większą szansę, ale kurde, czy warto było iść w tą charyzmę? Teraz się tak trochę zastanawiam. Chociaż przydała mi się 2 razy. Myślałem też, mam ten jeden kamień resetujący i myślałem nad tym, ale nie wiem jak to wpłynie po prostu. Później sobie to sprawdzę. Czy to będzie miało jakiś po prostu wzgląd na zakończenie. Okej, dobra. Przeprowadzimy tego ziomka teraz.
I can see from your face that you were victorious.
Dobry jest.
Indeed, I put the White Tenland down, who was enraging his kind, and destroyed their nests. The attack should no longer trouble you. As for the missionaries, we were able to convince them to leave, although they were not willing to reveal their involvement in the attacks that caused you such harm.
And so they were in some way responsible. I had my suspicions, but I could not see their reasons.
They brought a particularly large beast here that attracted and enraged the others.
This is what provoked the attacks and brought on our despair. These people have blood on their hands.
In the end, we found the missing young ones, but alas, it was too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
And divorced to your end. You did well on Almanawi. Now they shall be able to find the rest.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have packed what is needed. I am ready to journey
O,
with you.
zobaczymy, co Znachor powie. O, czy idziemy od razu do Konstantina. Wygodnie. Czyli mam taką nadzieję.
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze, consumed by a smouldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katisach, Constantine. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Rnaise, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you.
Dobra, czyli Znachora mamy z głowy.
Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Okej. Okej, prawie 16 poziom i dobra, teraz jakie zadania? Teraz zostają nam chyba tylko te główne takie. No właśnie, jeszcze te poboczne co miałem. Dobra, jest demoniczny kult. Znać uczonych. No a teraz chyba pójdziemy sobie w to. No, te zadania poboczne, śladami profesora, to właśnie tych notatek w ogóle nie zbieram. Muszę sobie to mistrzowie areny, to sobie zrobię poza tym. Problem w Edenie. Porozmawiać z ojcem Luciusem, to też zrobię w czasie. Tu jedno wykonałem, dobra. Ekspedycja naukowa, zadania poboczne. Początki Telmar, ale Telmar chyba... A nie, dobra, Telmar jest cały czas. Dobra, mistrz areny to nie, śladami profesora to nie. Problemy w Edenie. Dobra, może co sobie zrobimy, jako że skończyliśmy jedną tą, to zróbmy jedną poboczną. Dobra. Okej. Z tym Justiniusem. Pytanie, jak będzie ona bardzo rozwinięta? Znaczy w sensie to zadanie. O, jest... A nie, dobra, to jest ta sama skrzynka, której nie mogę otworzyć. W sumie jestem też takim trochę skrytobójcą, a nie mam tego. Właśnie tutaj mam to. I tutaj mam jak takie zmiany, ale muszę mieć... O, tu nawet poziom 3. Ale rzemiosło drugie na po prostu zwiększanie sobie lepszych rzeczy. Tak, tu mam uszkodzenie pancerza 30 tu... Też dobre. Bo na razie mogę tylko o 10 powiększyć. I nie wiem, czy później mogę to po prostu sobie... Nie wiem, czy mogę to po prostu później zmienić. Ale dobra, na razie sobie to zostawię. Ja tu mam płaską głowicę i czy tutaj mogę sobie coś na uszkodzenie pancerza? Dobra. Biorę to uszkodzenie, bo damage mimo wszystko jest dość ok, ale to uszkodzenie pancerza, na to w sumie cierpię bardzo. Skórzana peleryna, dobra. Dla Petrusa raczej nic nie mam, to jedziemy podróż. Ok, jesteśmy już na miejscu. Musiałem sobie zrobić małe cięcie, bo mnie wołali na śniadanie. Dobra, i to jest ta nowa mapa. Dobra, i lecimy tutaj, dobra. Czyli skręcamy na lewo. To jest jeszcze też ta wioska, którą właśnie wskazał Petrus. I to też zrobimy sobie później. Sprawdzimy sobie ulepszenia. O, świetnie schodzi. Da, czyli... Niedobrze. Będę musiał sobie zrobić więcej tych po prostu eliksirów. Okej. Muszę w końcu sobie trochę bardziej przysiąc poza nagraniami i sobie trochę podlevelować tą postać. Może w sumie nawet dzisiaj to zrobię. Właśnie, zastanawiam się, jak właśnie robić. Czy 2 odcinki GreedFalla dziennie, takie krótsze, po max 30 minut, czy jednak zrobić sobie coś takiego, że zrobić jeden dłuższy odcinek i na przykład 2 z Minecrafta albo coś w tym rodzaju. Udało jej się nie zatruć. Okej. Te esencje bestii zbieram, bo one się przydadzą później jako ten. One się przydają do miksturek. W sensie żółć też się przydaje. Esencja bestii. W sensie z tych dostałem tylko jedną esencję.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Łażą do pokoju. Dobra. Nie wiem, czy jakiegoś szybszego odcinka nie zrobić, na przykład z polowania na tego bossa tam. Bo na odcinku to naprawdę by mi normalnie długo zeszło, a nie chciałbym po prostu tracić kupy historii. Punkt atrybutów mamy, dobra. Który atrybut sobie wziąć? Siła przyczynia to mi się nie przyda. Celność, bo zwiększył się też uszkodzenie pancerza. Moc wszystkich typów broni palnej, jak widzimy, wymagają użycia najlepszej broni palnej. To by mi się przydało, bo to jeszcze uszkodzenie pancerza jest większe, bo zręczność już prawie mam na najwyższym. Dobra, weźmiemy sobie celność jak na razie. Dobra, idziemy z nim sobie pogadać.
What an astounding place.
My mother told me about this place. She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sons. How could their chief accept this?
All the
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization in these wild lands.
Thank you. Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Father Justinius. Delighted. And what may I do for you?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
Chłopie, jesteś z Inkwizycji, to jest oczywiste, że wszystko wina heretyków. Przy teologii i poznać historię Edenu.
If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
Tylko jak mam się dowiedzieć? Chyba popytać ludzi po prostu. No dobra, zapytam się tutaj ziutka.
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
A dobra, jesteś zajęty, bo
Do you
lejesz.
have any ideas about who stole the tablets?
Some of the village savages helped us during the search. Perhaps they are behind all of this. There was a
Gościu wygląda jak Amish.
who seemed to want us to be there.
Tylko jeszcze powinien kolory na czarne całe zmienić i jak Amish normalnie.
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. If you are saying that these tablets bear writings from the very hand of our holy founder, then we must find them. Without them, all our research to trace the life of Saint Matthias on this island is doomed to failure. If these savages have stolen them, we will have to take them back, by force if necessary.
Okej, ten jest tam zajęty. A to trudno, gadamy z nią.
The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings. And then I
Gościu naparza z tyłu.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of Saint Matthias. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedlug, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful. I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Oh, alas. I'm afraid there are many suspects. These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted to take them away from us, or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Matthias later, But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to, but I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack, but some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you, especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
Użyj ich do przyzwania Exodii.
Thank you. I will let you work.
No, dobra, teraz mogę z tobą pogadać, co?
Greetings. Desarde. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team
Pogan
with some
lol.
of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders.
We must bring the light to this island.
You
Okay,
talked about
intuicja.
the mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia here, but my superior
A,
is
ten
Bishop
gość.
Ignatius. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert the entire population to the light. The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Ptolemy, since the god of light offered it to our founder.
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member of the Ordo Luminis. I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionaries. They usually do not get along.
The Order goes everywhere the light needs to be revealed.
You have a very unique way of seeing things. I doubt everyone accepts it. How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about Saint Matthias, but they were very reluctant to give us any answers. We were also trying to educate them. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. Most stubborn against our teachings, the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us.
Że tak mnie nazywają,
I'd like
więc...
to go back to work now, if you don't mind.
Of course. According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. I will leave you to your work. Goodbye.
To tu? Nie, to nie tu, dobra. Aha, dalej mam poznać historię Edenu. Tam od tego ziomeczka. I tam mamy... Tak?
Father, I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
Tell me about how you created this village.
We did not create it from the ground up. It was built around an existing native village. The islanders called it Vixenagad, which translates to the village of the old sage. We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory of Saint Matthias, and everything here fit the description of Saint Lucius. The discovery of the tablets proved us right. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of peace and harmony which is described in the scriptures.
O ile dobrze pamiętam, Eden nie wypalił.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder.
W sumie z ludźmi nigdy nie wypali, bo ludzie są zawistni.
Then it is our duty to do the same thing. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left.
Left? To go where?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Those who stayed are on the path of enlightenment. Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to convince them.
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent them missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vedlug, a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There are no Onol Manawi and no warriors here either. Did they all leave?
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. I have no doubt that one day we will manage to convince your kind to convert. But, in the meantime, we must settle for the miracle of great coexistence that this place already represents. Nobody thought we could live side by side with your people. And yet...
Znaczy mimo wszystko ma dobre po prostu te, jakby ambicje, ale no to nie ma prawa wypalić, nie? Jeżeli po prostu będą się wywyższać. Dobra, poznać historię Edenu. Czy tędy przejdę? Oczywiście, że nie, bo muszę zejść tam. Czemu mnie tym zawsze mapa oszukuje? No, przynajmniej z takich mogę zeskoczyć. Tutaj są ci tubylcy. Dobra, i pogadamy z tym.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onol Manawi among the Logead Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Teleme, and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd and all these things. One morning they were building houses next to ours. And we had new neighbors.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did that happen?
As long as we refused to listen to them. They were violent, and they destroyed some of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, they leave us alone.
Nowe
Some of the
posunięcie.
things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our spirits.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthias, and they were rummaging through everything. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Vedlug, for her help. So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Suns, and they killed many of them. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vedlug. Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course, and the Voshtirent. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men. Perhaps wiser than they are.
I have to go.
Like so many others.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
Dobra, więc teraz pójdziemy sobie znaleźć tego złodzieja. Znaczy przeczesać sobie
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
właśnie miejsce kradzieży w następnym odcinku. Więc tak, ja się z wami żegnam. Cześć.